Hey everyone, coming back to you from my closet. I'm Dr. Viviana, and today's topic, I actually get asked this question probably more than any other question besides what does a sex therapist actually do? And that is, what do you think about scheduling sexual intimacy with your partner versus making it spontaneous? Now, this is a topic that all of you probably have an opinion on, and I'd love to hear your comments below. But what I've noticed is that couples who are asking, it's probably because the frequency of their sexual experiences and intimate experiences, both emotional, but mainly talking about physical here, it's just too low. And so they're thinking about ways of how to make sure that it becomes a more consistent part of their weekly routine or monthly routine, but don't know how to do that without it seeming kind of like unsexy, just really routine. A lot of people think, well, oh gosh, if I have to schedule that, then, it must not be something that I really want to do. But how often do you get to do the things that you want to do exactly when you want to do them? So now multiply that by 2 or more people, depending on what you're doing in the bedroom, and chances are it doesn't happen very often. I think it's not realistic to think that spontaneous sex is going to give you a satisfying number of experiences per week, especially if you both have jobs. Maybe there are other people in the house, whether they're elderly or kids. If you have any other obligations, like a household, then chances are you're probably not just going to be ready at any moment that both of you are feeling it to be able to experience that. And so I think that, far, the advantages of scheduling sexual intimacy outweigh the disadvantages. A lot of people think that if they are not scheduling those experiences, then when they do, it's going to mean so much more. And I have not found that ends up being the case for most people. So the advantages of scheduling sexual intimacy are that both of you will be able to maybe see it on the calendar. Now, that's not always the way that I do things. So I will tell people like, hey, if you really need the reminder and if you really need to have that on the calendar in order to prepare yourself, whether it's through grooming or emotional or mental preparation, then go ahead and do that. You don't have to share it with your partner. So not everybody has to have that shared, kind of on the family calendar notification. But for some people, it's really helpful to do that. Like if it's not on the calendar, it doesn't exist. So make sure that you decide that. Now, the other thing that you can do is prepare yourself in such a way where you're not eating heavy foods, you're not taking medications that might make you feel drowsy or just kind of discombobulated in any other way. And just from a kind of logical standpoint, you're not going to pick fights. If you know that you have a date scheduled for sexual intimacy and you want that to go well, then you'll probably you'll pick some of your battles better throughout that week or even that day. Also, people who are working, they may want to kind of ease off on the stress level throughout the afternoon so that they can feel more relaxed when they get home, and they'll be more susceptible to having that sexual desire and sexual advances from their partner. Now, the disadvantages of scheduling sex is that for some people, it is just a major turn off to think that in order for their partner to actually engage in sort of sexual activity, that they're going to have to write it down. Just like, taking the kids to the doctor or taking the dog to the groomer or taking medication or whatever it is that your obligations are. That could be something that makes them think, well, maybe I'm just not a priority. What I say to those people is, if not scheduling sexual intimacy is leading to a satisfying level of frequency for sexual experiences, then it's not for you. You don't need this. This isn't for you. Don't worry about it. Share this with someone else who you think might benefit from it. But the vast majority of people who are asking about it, it's because they haven't figured out a way to just make it happen spontaneously, like they show in all the movies and all the books, that things just kind of happen. Well, life gets in the way. We all know that. So if you have any questions, if you have any comments, or if you have any tips that have helped you and your partner get to a place where your sexual frequency is satisfying, whether it's scheduling, not scheduling, everything in between, please share. We'd love to hear from you. And as always, take care. If y'all have any questions, just let me know. All right. Thanks. Bye.